Hi, my name is Drian Arney, and I'm a licensed clinical social worker working in private practice in the state of Florida. Welcome to the Cultivative Conversation podcast, where I engage listeners in conversation about mental health related topics and use questions designed to assist with exploring themes of gratitude, nostalgia, sharing, and learning, to normalize mental hygiene, and to invoke togetherness and intimacy through conversation. Welcome to another episode of the Cultivative Conversation podcast. This week's Cultivative Conversation question is, how do you feel about your name? I appreciate this question because I spent many of my younger years not liking my name. For a long time, my first name made me feel uncomfortable because it seemed to make others uncomfortable. People often paused before saying my name, and still do, with fear of mispronouncing it. And when they did and I corrected them, my lack of confidence in my name left me feeling guilty for making a demand of sorts that they try again and say my name correctly. And of course, other kids made fun of me because kids make fun of things that they don't understand. I know that now, but as a kid, it created something that I felt very insecure about, especially because my interactions with adults seemed to affirm it. But when I was in high school, I made a group of friends that loved me so much and affirmed every part of who I was, and with them I was Drian. These days, I feel very proud to have a name that isn't as common as others because I embrace it as one of the things that make me special. And I'm also named after my mom, and sharing that connection to her is one that I am grateful for. I was also empowered a few years ago by a story that Ozo Aduba, whose first name is Ozo Umaka, shared about asking her mother as a child if she could be called another name because her name was always the first called and no one could ever pronounce it. Being the first name called during roll call was so relatable, as my last name also starts with an A. And her mother's response affirmed for me that other people's discomfort with being asked to pronounce my name correctly is theirs to manage. And if they can say names like Tchaikovsky and Dostoevsky, they can say mine correctly also. My name is Drian, and it is beautiful, unique, and me. I hope that today's conversation encourages you to explore your thoughts and feelings about your name and experiences that influence them, and maybe share with someone else. If you would like to share with me or to join in on next week's conversation, please use the link in the episode description to send me a message. Until next time, take care. Thank you for joining me for this cultivative conversation. If you have not already, please subscribe to the Cultivative Conversation podcast and share this episode with a friend.